Welcome to RCIS Space Information Center. I am Aiden 2.5 Supernaut.
Hello, Aiden 2.5 Supernaut.
We have come here to learn about space and the solar system.
Yes, will you help us?
Of course, I will help you. First, let's learn about the solar system. The Sun, 8 planets, satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. We often call it the solar family with the Sun as its head. The solar system was formed 4.6 billion years ago from the gravitational collapse of a giant interstellar molecular cloud. The four smaller inner system planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are terrestrial planets, being primarily composed of rock and metal. The four outer system planets are giant planets, being substantially more massive than the terrestrials.
Can we learn more about all the planets?
Okay, but before that, did you know the word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, meaning wanderers?
No, we did not know, but it is very interesting fact.
Okay, now let's hop into the planet Mercury. This planet is the smallest and nearest planet to the Sun. One rotation on Mercury is equal to 59 days on Earth, and one revolution on Mercury is equal to 88 days on Earth. Mercury is a terrestrial planet. Mercury has no moons. Now let's go to Venus. Venus is known as Earth's twin as its size and shape are very similar to that of Earth, and it is made up of the same rocky material as Earth. It is also called the morning and evening star as it can be seen in the morning and the evening. Even though Mercury is closer to the Sun, Venus is the hottest planet. The temperature of Venus is 465 degrees Celsius.
OMG! 465 degrees? That is so hot.
Yes, indeed. Sounds very hot.
In summers, when the Bangalore temperature rises to 37 degrees itself, we are unable to bear the heat. So, is it even possible to visit Venus?
No, without special protection, a visitor to Venus would die instantly. He would be crushed by the immense air pressure, suffocated by the atmosphere, burned by the scorching sun, and dissolved by the acid. Dozens of spacecrafts have visited Venus, but many mysteries still remain. And did you know, kids, a day on Venus is longer than a year?
Oh, how is that possible?
A day on Venus is longer because Venus takes longer time to complete one rotation on its axis than completing one revolution around the Sun. Venus takes 225 days to complete one revolution around the Sun, whereas it takes 243 days to complete one rotation. Hence, Venus has a longer day than its year. And this makes Venus the planet with the longest day.
Wow! We learned so many amazing facts about Venus.
Yes, you are right. Venus seems to be the most interesting planet of our solar system.
Now, let me tell you about your home planet Earth. The Earth is the third planet and it is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. It is slightly flattened at the poles and thus its shape is described as a geoid. Geoid means an Earth like shape. Earth is the only astronomical object known to harbor and support life. Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It has water and air, which are very essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen. Because of these reasons, the Earth is a unique planet in the solar system.
I was just wondering how Earth got its name.
All planets except for Earth were named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. The name Earth is an English name which simply means the ground. It comes from the Old English word eartha. Now let us learn about the planet Mars. Is the fourth planet and the second smallest planet in the solar system. Mars and Earth have approximately the same land mass. Pieces of Mars have also fallen on the Earth. Mars is home to the tallest mountain in the solar system, Olympus Mons.
Oh wow! Can you tell us more about Olympus Mons?
Of course, Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. It measures some 600 kilometers across and rises nearly 27 kilometers above the surrounding terrain. It is a shield volcano built by the continuous action of flowing lava over millions and millions of years that began some 3 billion years ago. Now let's go to Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system and is the fifth planet out from the Sun. Jupiter is so large that all of the planets in the solar system could fit inside it. More than 1,300 Earths would fit inside Jupiter. It is mostly made of gases and it is therefore called a gas giant. Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in our solar system. It is just under 10 hours. This is very fast, especially considering how large Jupiter is.
Oh, this means Jupiter has the shortest day of all the planets.
Yes, you got it right. Spinning storm resembling a hurricane. Jupiter's stripes and swirls are actually about 3.5 times the diameter of ammonia and water flowing in an atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. Okay, now let us learn about Saturn. Thick red,
Saturn,
brown,
the
yellow,
most
and
beautiful
white
planet with rings.
Yes, indeed. One of Jupiter's most famous features because of these beautiful rings.
Can you
It is
tell us
called
the
the
features
jewel
of the
of the
red
solar
squirrel
system. It is a
on
planet
Jupiter?
nothing like our own. Humans have been gazing up at Saturn for a long time. They have been wondering about it for thousands of years. Saturn, as you all might be knowing, is huge and is the second largest planet in the solar system. But hold on, we cannot visit Saturn as you cannot stand on it. Saturn is made mostly of gases. That is why it is called a gas giant. It is a lot of helium.
Helium, the gas which is filled in balloons, right?
That means if he visits Saturn, we'll float in the air, right?
No, Saturn is a ball entirely of gases. It has no surface. The density and temperature changes the deeper into the planet you go as it has no solid surface. If you tried to walk on the surface of Saturn, you would fall into the planet, suffering higher temperatures and pressures until you were crushed inside the planet.
Oh my god, that sounds so dangerous.
And what about its rings?
Its beautiful rings are also not solid. They are made up of bits of ice, dust, and rock.
And we learned that Saturn could flow in water.
Yes, you're right. That's because, as I told you, Saturn is mostly made up of gases and because of which it can float in water.
These facts about Saturn were awesome. Saturn looks beautiful but very dangerous to visit.
Now, Eden 2.5 Supernova, can you please tell us about the next planet?
Sure, Uranus is the seventh and third largest planet in our solar system. Did you know Uranus has a twin?
No, we do not know. But which planet is Uranus's twin?
Neptune is very similar to Uranus in terms of size, mass, composition, and rotation. They are therefore referred to as twin planets. Uranus is also the second least dense planet. This low density has an interesting side effect. Despite the fact Uranus is 14.5 as massive than the Earth, its significantly lower density means that you would only experience about 89% the force of gravity, assuming you could stand on Uranus's cloud tops. Uranus is the coldest planet in the solar system.
These facts about Saturn were awesome. Saturn looks beautiful but very dangerous
It
to
might be
visit.
just like Venus, which we learned earlier that even though it is the second planet from the Sun, but still, it is hotter than Mercury.
Yes, let me tell you the reason behind this. This is because Uranus actually gives off less heat that it absorbs from the sun. While the other large planets have tremendously hot cores which radiate infrared radiation, Uranus's core cooled down to the point that it no longer radiates much energy.
Those were some interesting facts we learned about Uranus.
Yes, indeed.
Now let us learn about the last planet of our solar system, Neptune. Neptune is the smallest of the gas giants. Did you know Neptune's surface is almost Earth-like?
How is that possible? Doesn't it have gases? Can we stand on it?
There's no way you could actually stand on the surface of Neptune without sinking in it. However, if you could stand on the surface of Neptune, the force of gravity pulling you down is almost exactly the same as the force of gravity you feel walking on Earth. There was only one spacecraft that has ever visited Neptune, NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft, which visited the planet during its grand tour of the solar system. When we think of rings, we think of Saturn. But did you know even Neptune has rings?
No, we did not know that Neptune has rings.
Neptune has five rings, all of which are named after astronomers who made important discoveries about Neptune: Galilei, Leverrier, Lassell, Arago, and others. These rings are mainly composed of at least 20% dust particles and the rest consists of small rocks. And did you know a day on Neptune is about 16 Earth hours only? This is because Neptune rotates faster than Earth, so a day on Neptune is faster than a day on Earth. Beyond the orbit of the last planet, Neptune, lies two regions known as the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. The Kuiper Belt is the home of dwarf planets and other small planet like bodies. Much farther out, the Oort cloud is the home of the icy comets. Very little is known about the objects in these two regions, but scientists and astronomers have not stopped here. Their exploration and search for more information continues still, and they may solve many of the mysteries of the frontier of the solar system in the years to come. Here we come to the end of our tour of the solar system. Hope you enjoyed this tour and got something to learn from it.
Thank you, Eden 2.5 Stefano. We had a wonderful time with you exploring our solar system. We got to learn a lot about our neighborhood in space. Thank you so much.
And we really appreciate the minute details and facts you shared about each planet. Thank you, Aizen 2.5 Supernat.